He's gonna run Kyle Larson over the racetrack. 4-1-5 almost. Elliott comes through. Here's Larson to the inside. They make contact. Hard to the inside wall. They spin. And the leaders crash in turn number 3. And the yellow flag is back out right off the restart. And Larson got the run off the top side. And oh man, they just came together, the 5 and the 9 cars, and sent the 9 spinning wildly down to the inside retaining wall. And you see the nose damaged heavily there. You see right here, nose is onto the back bumper of the number 1 machine. Oh, we got one car off in turn number 1. Huge crash into the barrier right there at the end of the wall, right in front of the track workers. Ross Chastain with a hellacious and a huge crash in turn 1. It looks like the car locked up, getting into the corner, and then got catapulted on top of the tires right there. Big crash for the 42. Let's see one more time right here. Oh, just dug into the grass, and that launched his car up into the air and on top of those barrels. Look at this one more time. Just boom right there. Oh, what a hard hit for the 42 car. Bush down the backstretch. A lot of 3 wide in the middle of the pack. Right, look at him make contact. There goes Kyle Larson in the air. Up against the outside wall. The car comes back on all 4s, and everyone scatters to come through turns 3 and 4 to avoid the number 42 of Kyle Larson. Let's see what happened. He just got hooked by the 18 car, who got hooked by the 4, Kevin Harvick. And it looks like Harvick did get turned by somebody there up into the 18. It looked like the 4 got turned by, was it Eric Almirola into the 18, who got into the 42, up against the outside wall on his side for a moment. And as they reached the banking of turn number 3, that 42 car rested back on all 4s. You saw the damage on the 42 car, a lot of it right there. And he came back down rather quickly as well after that hit to the outside wall. The roof was against it. From the outside lane, look at Kyle Busch storming up the outside. He'll crossways to the inside. Oh, there's contact and center turn on the wall. A big crash on the front straightaway, and there goes the 6 of Keselowski, tumbling across the start-finish line. And we're back under the yellow flag on lap number 7. Let's see what happened. You can see just out of frame there, the 18 pulled up to the outside with help from the 4 of Harvick and dove to the inside of the Penske guys as they tried to cover, and Cindric got sent hard on the outside retaining wall. That car was sent pirouetting across the line and clipped the right front, it looked like, of Brad Keselowski, and that car catapulted over the right front right there. It did a single tumble, and it came back to rest in all 4s. Johnson now leads. The battle is now for second with Kurt Busch and Chase Elliott. Here they come onto the backstretch. They're going to go a little sideways. Elliott's on his door. The big one happens at the backstretch. And a humongous crash takes out at least half the field. And everyone crashing and colliding on the backstretch. And as they came onto the Alabama Gang Super Stretch, you saw the L1 car get sideways there at the front of the 14. A humongous hit for the 9 of Elliott. You saw right there how he got up on his side, then got hit by Clint Boyer. Back up, put the back end of the car up in the air. See right here, boom, from Boyer into the wall, and a huge crash on the backstretch, leading to at least more than half the field involved in a wreck. Let's see how it happened once again. Looks like that, once again, the outside lane is just really tough to drive on this hot, slick racetrack at the moment. Hendrick teammates on the outside lane, 3 wide for second for Kyle Larson, trying to look for the championship lead. Oh, trouble back behind him, hard crash up into the air, goes the 43 there, Jones. Massive, massive impact from the 42 of Ross Chastain. Caution is out. Oh, and the red flag's going to be thrown as well as everyone stomps on the front straightaway. The 43 of Eric Jones caught air off the front end of the 42. A big impact right there. One into the wall, and then one off the front end of the 42. It looks like the 43 was trying to get in line in front of the number 11 car, get below the 22, got hooked, and then that car overcorrected right up into the wall. Big hit right there from the 42 of Chastain as well. He looks low. He looks back high. Through turns 3 and 4 for the final time. Blaney up top. He'll go back low. Oh, there's contact. Larson's around. Up into the catch fencing and slam it back to the ground as Ryan Blaney will cross the line first as a horrific crash at the front straightaway will take out Kyle Larson and the catch fencing. Caution is out. Checkered flag. Race is over. And Ryan Blaney's the victor after a massive, massive crash on the front straightaway here at the Talladega Superspeedway. And off of turn 4, Blaney looked low. He looked back high. Larson trying to block him. And off of turn number 4, a heavy, heavy hit into the catch fencing. And that number 5 car is absolutely demolished. You see that car get sideways, get hit right there by the 9 of Chase Elliott. And that car does a couple spins up in the catch fencing. And sideways went everyone in the middle of the pack right there. And down into turn number 3, here's Joey Logano with the 48 of Jimmy Johnson as back bar. But it's turn, they're going to slide. Sideways goes Logano and into the catch fencing. And he slams back to the ground. And it's the 48 of Jimmy Johnson to get the win here at the Talladega Superspeedway. And a heavy, heavy crash for Joey Logano in the Tri-Oval here in Talladega. The ambulances are out. The pieces of this race car shattered, flown everywhere in the banking of the Tri-Oval. Let's see here off turn number 2. Logano gets slid down by the 48. And then he gets picked up by the 19 and the 88 machines, and that car just tumbles after it hits the ground after going into the catch fencing. A scary crash for the 22 Ford Fusion. You see it right here. He gets tapped again, and then boom, just nose first into the catch fencing. A scary, scary crash there for Joey Logano in the number 22 machine. Huge impact there. Wow, what an amazing finish here in Talladega. Push for the number 23 of Bubba Wallace onto the back straightaway. And Logano gets out of the way and lets the leaders race with a lap and a half to go. Here's Suarez with the point, side by side for second off the bank. He gets turned for a white flag, flies. Oh, there's contact, one car up into the air and tumbling down through the infield grass. It's the 48 of Alex Bowman, a humongous incident coming to the white flag. And the caution comes out just before we get to the line, meaning we will have another restart here in Daytona. What happened here off turn 4? Oh man, it looks like the 48 washed up like Truex did earlier in the race, and he got hooked off the front bumper of the 47 of Stenhouse, it looks like, on the top side there. Came across the nose of the 11, picked up off the ground, and just tumbles into the grass. Humongous hit right there. Let's see what happened one more time here. You see that 48 just spin, get hit, picked up in the air by the 11, and as soon as it hit the ground and hit the grass, it bit and tumbled that car over and over. Up against the wall, off turn 4, Larson has the run. Blaney's gonna throw the block, and there's contact. Blaney spins hard to the outside retaining wall, and he spins into the grass. Single car, solo spin. Big impact into the outside retaining wall, and the championship hunt for Ryan Blaney is over. No second title for him this season, and Ryan Blaney, heartbroken. A big, massive impact off of turn number 4, and right at the start-finish line ends his championship hopes through to win here in LA. Oh, and there's a big crash in turns 3 and 4. Kyle Larson up on his door, and the chaos has not settled yet here in LA. For Bell on the back bumper of the 5, sending him hard to the inside wall, and Ty Gibbs is just a poor bystander there. See one more time here, the 20 car just left hooks him into the inside wall. And surprising that the 5 car didn't go over. 3. Alex Bowman's been a really good car here. Oh, big crash. 3. JGR car slamming hard to the outside retaining wall on turn number 3. And we're back under the yellow flag here at the Southside Speedway. JGR just went up and smoked in turn number 3. The 19 of Martin Truex Jr. must have blew out his brakes or something heading into turn number 3 like we alluded to. And man, look at that piece fly out and him climb over the back end of the 11 car Ross Chastain style and slam into his teammate Kyle Busch. Larson, once again, Kyle Busch does not get a very good restart on the outside lane. Here comes Harrison Burton to the inside of Kyle Larson. Oh, there's contact. Burton's up to the outside wall. It's the big one on the back straightaway. Kyle Larson's involved. Chris Buescher's there. Kyle Busch, Harrison Burton, your pole sitter, Harvick, Elliott, Kurt Busch, and others. A massive crash on the backstretch here at Indianapolis. Harrison Burton went to the inside and just didn't have enough room to get to the inside of Larson, and he slid, trying to save that race car, but it just wasn't enough. He shot back to the right back into the path of Kyle Busch. Chase Elliott, Kurt Busch is back there as well. You see Chris Buescher just barely get tagged right there towards the end as well. Seems side by side, dragging each other back there for second place. Here comes Stenhouse at the top side of the racetrack. Bowen is going to be locked now in third. Oh, and Larson gets shot out of line. Back up into traffic, and Martin Truex Jr. cartwheels under the catch fencing and barrel rolls onto the ground. And the cautionist flag is flown, and now the red flag immediately thrown out onto the racetrack. The cars will stop on the backstretch, and we'll slow it down here in Daytona. A massive, massive crash on the front straightaway. Martin Truex Jr. turtled that race car right at pit road exit here. Let's take a deep breath here and take a look at this replay. All right, you see there, David Reagan just shot the 5 car down to the grass, and after that, Larson had no control whatsoever, and that car shot back to the right. Let's take a look from another angle here into the tri-oval. You see Larson get shot out, spinning the rear tires, trying to save it, but Martin Truex Jr. just climbs over the right rear tire and flies over the rest of the field and into the catch fencing. Right there, just right over top of that right rear tire, over top of Ryan Preece's car. And so many cars have to evade through the grass in the infield here. Man, just a vicious flyover, essentially, over Ryan Preece there.